Welcome to Coffee and Cocktails. Today I'm drinking a coffee with peppermint mocha cream, and I'm going to go through my goals for 2024. If you haven't made your goals yet, grab a pen, paper, and a drink and come goal set with me. One of the first things I like to do is envision the life I want, both long term and short term. Begin with the end in mind. So take a few minutes to dream and envision the life you want in 1, 5, 10, even 20 years. What does that look like? What do you need to do to get there? I then begin thinking of my goals in terms of these different dreams. If it's a long term goal, what can I do this year to make progress? For example, say I want to reach $1 million net worth. Then I can think about what progress I can make this year towards that goal. Small steps add up over time and can make it so it doesn't feel impossible. A great example of this is taking a Roth IRA. Say you want to max out your Roth IRA for 2024, which means you need to save $7,000. Take that amount, break it down by month and by week. So monthly, that's $583. By week, that's $135. Saying that I need to just save 135 this week is so much less overwhelming than saying I need to save $7,000. So getting into my goals for the year, the first category I have is financial goals. My first financial goal is to read 5 finance related books. I've got them sitting here next to me and I'll go through them at the end of the video. And I actually have a sixth bonus book that I'm going to try and read this year as well. My second goal is to increase my net worth by $50,000. My current net worth as of filming this is around $135,000. So that would bring me up to about 185 by increasing it by 50. I do also have a stretch goal of 200K. So that would be an increase of about $65,000 this year. My third financial goal is to buy less, quality over quantity. Over the past year, I've gotten into a habit of spending much more money than I need to. If I'm bored, I will go shopping, or if I just want to go hang out with friends, maybe do some shopping, go out to eat, go for drinks. So this is something I really want to focus on in 2024 to make sure that I'm much more intentional with my spending. So my fourth financial goal is to complete my emergency fund. I currently have about $5,000 saved, and I want to get this up to $15,000 for the year. So that's an increase of about 10K. So I will be working on that over the next 12 months. The next category of goals I have are my health and wellness goals. So my first goal is to start playing tennis again. I grew up playing tennis. I took tennis lessons. I lived in an apartment building where we had a tennis court. And so it's something that I really miss doing. So I definitely want to start getting back into that this year. And then my second health and wellness goal is to consistently move my body at least 4 times per week. I've gotten into I think, bad habit of I work from home, so I sit at my computer all day, and then I end up studying in the evening. So I'm not getting as much movement in as I would like to. So I want to make sure that I'm intentional in getting that movement in at least 4 times a week, if not more. My next category of goals are my professional and career goals. The first one I have listed is to finish my final exam and obtain my certification. I'm working on a certification for my current job, which has 3 exams. I've completed 2 and passed those. However, I still have 1 exam left that I just haven't began studying for yet. So I want to make sure to get that studying in and get my certification at the beginning of the year. I had originally planned on finishing all 3 exams in 2023. However, the end of the year just got busy, life happened, lots of things came up, and I wasn't able to get that last exam done, so I want to get it in now. My second professional/career goal is to progress in my career, either by getting a promotion or a new job. I love my current role, I love my department and what I do. However, I do want to progress in my career, so whether that be through a promotion or moving into either a new department within the company or even switching companies, I'll have to see kind of what happens there. But I do want to make sure to make progress and move forward in my career in 2024. So my last category here is personal goals. The first one I have is to travel to at least one new country. I love to travel. Um, I have not decided what new country I will go to in 2024. I've been looking at a few different ones. I've been looking at Ireland, I've been looking at Scotland, I've been looking at Canada because I've never been to Canada. So just trying to kind of narrow it down still. My second goal is to visit at least one new state in the US. My third personal goal is to read at least two non-finance related books. Again, I will show you the books at the end. And my last personal goal is to consume less TV. So next I decided to make a vision board. I made mine through Canva. However, you can also make it in Pinterest. I've done that many times before. So first getting into the non-finance related books that I want to read this year. The first one is called Hemingway in Love. And this is actually a book that I picked up in Paris when I was there earlier this year, at Shakespeare and Company, and it's basically a 165-page book that kind of talks about things that have never been spoken about regarding Hemingway and his life and his love. And so it looks interesting. It's a quick, easy read, and so I'm really excited to read this. It'll probably be the first book that I read this year. The second book I want to read is called Meant to Be by Emily Giffin. I love her books. Something Borrowed is one of my favorite movies. It's also one of my favorite books. So I'm really looking forward to reading this book. It's about a guy named Joe who's a free spirit. However, he comes from a very well known family that is political, very military, and is considered American royalty, and a girl named Kate who grew up in very different circumstances. She's a model. She was basically forced to fend for herself, and they unexpectedly cross paths. They have an instant connection, and so then this book goes through what that connection and that relationship is, and if they can survive the spotlight that's put onto them because of his family status. So the third book is called Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I have a couple of her books. I have her book Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation, which I thought were very cute. And so this one looks like it's going to be cute as well. It's about a girl named Nora who's a literary agent who goes on vacation with her sister to North Carolina in the summer and ends up seeing a guy there that she knows from the city, and they keep running into each other. So it sounds cute, and I'm excited to read that one this year. So then going into the financial books, the first one, I've already actually started reading it. It's called The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. This book I really like because it's written from the standpoint of he's basically writing letters to his daughter to help teach her about money and investing. So it's very easy to read, it's simple concepts, and it's something that is great for a beginner rather than having a book that's too technical. And so I did start reading this earlier this year. I will probably go back and read it again from the beginning just because I do like it and it is a pretty easy read. The second book that I'm going to read is called The Intelligent Investor. This book, I saw it when I was at Barnes and Noble the other day, and it's a book I've seen around for quite a few years. It does look like it's probably something more technical. It does talk more about investing, investment funds, mutual funds, and it's something that I think once you get to the point of investing, it's probably helpful. but at the beginning of your financial journey, it's probably too much. It is a book that to me looks interesting. I like the financial side of things. I like to see all the numbers. I work in finance, so it's interesting to me. But if that's something that's not interesting to you, then it's probably something you'd want to skip. The third book that I'm going to read this year is called I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Um, this book, I've seen his Netflix show and I also have watched his podcast on YouTube. And so I got interested in reading his book and just to try and understand more about his philosophy and what his beliefs are. One of the things he says in the show is to spend extravagantly on the things you love and then cut back on the other things. And so it seems like it is more of a more balanced approach to things. In the book, it does talk about his 6 week plan to kind of decide on what your rich life is and what it means, what you want out of it, and then how to develop a plan to get there. It talks about some investing things like dollar cost averaging, long term investments, saving goals, conscious spending. So I'm really excited to take a look at this one. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a book that's too hard to read. It's about 330 pages, so it's not too bad. So I'm really excited to read this one. So the next book is called The Automatic Millionaire, a powerful one-step plan to live and finish rich. Looking at this book, it looks like it's written in a way that's easy to digest. It's broken up. It says it's a one-step program to financial security. And so it looks like it's something that should be a good read. And I'm excited to take a look at this some more. The next book is called The Psychology of Money. This is a book that's been around for a very long time, so you will probably have heard of it. It does focus more on the behavioral side of money rather than on the finance, like the number side. It goes more into what makes people do what they do. Why do they spend as they do? What about your personal history, your unique view of the world, your ego, your pride? And the last book is called The Compound Effect. This is a bonus book because it's not really a financial book, but I did just see this recently on YouTube and I thought it would be good. It talks more about how to build up habits and um, routines to jumpstart your income, your life, and your success. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one as well. So those are the 6 books that I'm going to read this year. Most of them are finance related, and then the one compound effect, which is not finance related. Let me know what books you plan on reading this year. I'm really interested to know, are you reading any of these, or are there any other ones that you're reading that sound good? Leave it in the comments below. Also, let me know what your goals are for the year. Have you made your goals yet? What are the things you want to achieve this year? I'm really excited to get into January, into 2024, and really make it into a great year. And so I hope you are too. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.